Hello friends, and welcome to another Ed Talks. This week I thought we would just be a little laid back, seeing as it's a shorter week. Next week we'll get back into the countries and things. But for this week, some of my Narwhal friends remember the guy we read today, this man on the back here. His name is Shel Silverstein. He wrote a lot of children's books. This one, A Light in the Attic. Some of the ones you might also remember, Where the Sidewalk Ends. But those were written towards the end of his life in the 80s and 90s. Actually, Shel Silverstein was born in 1930, and a lot of his early works, which we'll talk about later, were first published in the 50s and 60s. He had two children, his daughter who sadly passed away in 1982, and his son who's still alive today, 35, so only a couple years older than me. Mathew Silverstein. He went to Roosevelt High School in Chicago, and then he went to the Illinois State University, and then he dropped out and later went to Chicago Art Institute. When he was younger, some of his early works were published in the Roosevelt Torch, which you see here, in this comic here. And then actually this magazine called The Pacific Stars and Stripes is where he published a lot of his middle-aged work when he was in the Army, actually. He served in Japan and Korea during the 50s and 60s. And did you know, actually, that Shel Silverstein wrote a lot of songs for many different famous people? For example, he wrote a song for the artist Johnny Cash. Ask Mommies and Daddies who that is. And won a Grammy for one of the songs that he wrote in 1970. Now, some of his works we see here, you might have seen them before, like I said, The Light in the Attic, Where the Sidewalks Ends. Here's a silly picture of a walrus that I found for his poem, Tusk Tusk. And actually, I thought it would be kind of cool if I read to you a couple of his poems. So, the first one, I'm going to read The Light in the Attic. A light in the attic, there's a light in the attic, though the house is dark and shuttered. I can see a flickering flutter, and I know what it's about. There's a light in the attic, I can see it from the outside, and I know you're on the inside, looking out. Here's the little guy in the attic. There's like an attic in this guy's head. It's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. We'll read one more. There's too many kids. This one's called Crowded Tub, by the way. There's too many kids in this tub. There's too many elbows to scrub. I just washed the behind that I'm sure wasn't mine. Because there's just too many kids in this tub. It's just a little bit crowded in there. What do you think? So anyways, if you enjoyed that, Shel Silverstein actually has a website that you can go to. You can check it out. It has little videos, like little books and the little activities for kids and books and all the things that you can look at. But that's been my Ed Talk. Thanks for coming by. I'll see you next time. Bye!